what King Charles is worried about is that people, those who may have forgotten, or the current generation who do not know, will finally know that he was an absolute waste man of a husband to Princess Diana.
Waste man.
Waste man.
Welcome to Celebrity Scoop. If it's your first time here, remember to hit that subscribe button. Today, we're delving into a fiery statement made by none other than Dr. Shola SLAMS. Known for her candour and fearlessness, she's made headlines with a bold statement about King Charles that's as controversial as it is intriguing. Picture this. You're watching live TV when Dr. Shola drops a bombshell that reverberates across the globe. She calls King Charles an absolute waste man of a husband to Princess Diana. Yes, you heard that right. Amidst the flurry of media coverage celebrating Charles and Camilla's anniversary, Dr. Shola stands up and reminds the world of a different story. A story that isn't so glossy or celebratory. In a world where the narrative is often controlled by those in power, Dr. Shola stands as a beacon of truth, challenging the media's portrayal of the royal family. She's not afraid to call out what she sees as an attempt to rewrite history, to airbrush the past until it's unrecognisable. She reminds us that while the present may be filled with anniversary celebrations, the past tells a tale of heartbreak and betrayal. And she doesn't stop there. In a tweet that's now gone viral, she boldly states, "We remember the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God." Calling out the media's narrative shift, she refuses to let the world forget that, in Diana's own words, there were 3 people in this marriage. But what led to this explosive statement? It's no secret that the royal family has been a source of controversy and debate for years. From allegations of infidelity to claims of institutional silence, the royal family's image has been under constant scrutiny. And now, with Dr. Shola's bold statement, the debate has been reignited, prompting us all to question the narratives we've been presented with. Dr. Shola's words have certainly stirred the pot, but what led to this explosive statement? Stay tuned as we uncover the story behind the controversy in our next segment. The catalyst for Dr. Shola's comment was a tweet that has now gone viral. A digital uproar, a ripple effect through the web, all because of a few pointed words. The tweet, a masterstroke of defiance against the media's narrative, was a direct challenge to the rosy picture painted of King Charles and Camilla's anniversary. Dr. Shola, with her sharp rhetorical skills, took to Twitter to express her discontent. She wrote, "We remember the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us God." Now, if that doesn't send a shiver down your spine, I don't know what will. Her words, potent with the echoes of a past that many would rather forget, cut through the media's sugar-coated narrative. She was reminding us all of the unvarnished reality, the raw truth that was Princess Diana's life. It's as if she's saying, look beyond the headlines, the photo ops, the orchestrated smiles. This isn't about tarnishing a royal image, it's about acknowledging a truth that has been swept under the royal rug for far too long. And what was this truth? That Diana, the people's princess, lived a life marred by heartbreak and loneliness, all while the world watched her with adoring eyes. That there were 3 people in her marriage, and that one of them is now queen. Dr. Shola's tweet was a reminder that the past cannot and should not be airbrushed. That the narrative being pushed forward by the media is not the only story, and certainly not the whole truth. She was, in essence, throwing down the gauntlet, challenging not just the media, but all of us to remember the truth. To not let the glitz and glamour of the monarchy blind us to the pain and suffering that happened behind palace doors. And she did this knowing full well the backlash she might face, the controversy she was stirring. But she did it anyway. Why? Because truth, as they say, is the first casualty in war. And this, my friends, is a war against forgetting. With the world's eyes on her, Dr. Shola certainly isn't afraid to speak her mind. Among the many truths Dr. Shola urges us to remember is Princess Diana's own statement. There were 3 people in this marriage. A chilling confession that still echoes in the corridors of history, serving as a stark reminder of the loneliness and heartache that often lurks beneath the glittering surface of royal life. Princess Diana's words weren't just an indictment of her husband's infidelity. They were a cry for understanding, a plea for the world to acknowledge the deep hurt she endured. And the third party in this tragic triangle, none other than Camilla Parker Bowles. the woman who currently sits beside King Charles as his queen. Yet the narrative spun by the media now paints a different picture. It's a tale of Prince Charles and Camilla's enduring love, a love story that supposedly blossomed despite adversity. But how can love flourish in the soil of betrayal? How can a romance be celebrated when it was built on the ruins of another's heartbreak? In the face of such storytelling, Dr. Shola's words ring out like a clarion call, urging us not to forget the truth, not to let the past be painted over with a veneer of respectability. "We remember the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help us God," she tweeted. And indeed, the truth is a stubborn thing. It refuses to be buried, to be airbrushed into oblivion. As the world watches the royal couple celebrate their milestones, the ghost of Diana's statement continues to haunt the narrative. Can a love story truly emerge from the shadows of heartbreak? Can the pain of the past be forgotten in the face of present happiness? Dr. Shola seems to think not, and as long as voices like hers continue to question, to challenge, the past will never be truly forgotten. The third party in Princess Diana's marriage will always remain an integral part of her story, a painful reminder of the truth she bravely revealed to the world. But Dr. Shola isn't just speaking out, she's challenging an institution that thrives on silence and spin. This isn't just a casual comment, or even a passionate rant. This is a direct confrontation of a centuries-old establishment that commands respect and reverence around the globe. The British monarchy is not just a family, it's a symbol of tradition, of history, of national identity. Speaking out against it is not just controversial, it's audacious. It's a bold move that could invite backlash, criticism, and even ostracism. But it's also a step towards transparency, a move that could lead to a more honest dialogue about the monarchy's role and responsibilities. The significance of Dr. Shola's statement goes beyond just the immediate controversy. It's about more than just King Charles or Princess Diana. It's about challenging the narrative that's been spun around the royal family, the narrative that often glosses over the less than picturesque aspects of royal life. It's about highlighting the fact that, like any other family, the royal family has its flaws. It's about acknowledging that these flaws shouldn't be swept under the rug, but rather discussed and addressed openly. But speaking out like this isn't without its risks. There's the potential for backlash, for being labelled as disrespectful or even unpatriotic. There's the risk of being dismissed as a troublemaker, of being accused of stirring up controversy for the sake of it. And yet, despite these risks, Dr. Shola has chosen to speak out. She's chosen to challenge the silence, to question the spin, to demand transparency. She's chosen to put truth over image, to prioritise honesty over politeness. This isn't just a statement, it's a stance. It's a decision to stand up against silence, to speak out even when it's uncomfortable or inconvenient. It's a testament to Dr. Shola's courage, her conviction, her commitment to the truth. And it's a reminder for all of us that sometimes speaking out is not just necessary but vital, because silence, after all, is often the greatest ally of injustice. Dr. Shola's boldness is a testament to her belief in truth over image. Now that we've delved into Dr. Shola's statements, it's time to hear from you. We've unpacked the bold and unapologetic comments of Dr. Shola Moshogbamimu, who dared to challenge the sanitized narrative of King Charles and Camilla's love story. This narrative, she argues, conveniently overlooks the heartbreak of Princess Diana, a pain that was palpable and public. Do you agree with Dr. Shola's audacious stance? Is it right to call out King Charles for his past actions, or is it time to put the past behind and move on? We invite you to weigh in on this controversial discussion. Remember, this is not just about the royals or about dredging up old scandals for the sake of it. This conversation is about the power of media narratives, about the selective memory of historical events, and about the voices that are silenced in the process. As we navigate these complexities, we must ask ourselves some tough questions. Should we accept the airbrushed versions of history even when they distort the truth? Or should we strive to remember the whole story, warts and all, as a testament to those who lived it? We want to hear your thoughts on this. Do you stand with Dr. Shola, championing truth over image, or do you believe that it's time to turn the page and focus on the present and future of the royal family? We encourage you to engage in this conversation, to share your insights and perspectives. This is not about taking sides, but about fostering a space for honest dialogue. Whether you're a royal watcher, a history buff, or someone who simply cares about the integrity of media narratives, your voice matters. So let's start the discussion. If you believe in truth over image, hit that like button and subscribe for more real talk. Thanks for joining us on Celebrity Scoop.